it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Here we go. Here we go. 180. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Watch the shift. 65. 65.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Man open, it's Goodwin.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert. 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 Switch.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Watch the screen. 57. Mike, 57.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. Finding Gabriel complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Here we go. Black 80. Down to lose 1. 6.
On second down, McCaffrey.
Let's go,
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Touchdown, Packers! Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait, that 53! Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D, get off the field. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Motion. Alert.
First carry for James Conner. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wait, that wide, 80. One of the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Looking long for Westbrook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, Delta.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him are not play emerged.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
21.
Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good count. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Wait, 20!
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Here we go. Where's the mic? Watch.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That one good for 24 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Garoppolo now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it. We got double up. Rush in.
Check it, reload. Bravo.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Alert!
To throw again, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. I don't think.
Check it.
44 is the Mike.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
44.
Hey, 66.
Arnie. 44 is the Mike.
Hey, hey.
Brady now on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Woods the intended receiver.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Garoppolo. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hey, check. 3 down.
65.
57 to Mike. Mike 57. 65. 65.
I got you.
SOS.
One, Omaha.
Kill.
Hey, wahoo!
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Garoppolo, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Blue draw, Porter.
2nd and 10. At the 20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
57. Mike 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch the twins. Alert flare.
Hey, team 6.
Safety's creeping. Alert 3.
2.
Spot.
2.
Check Nick.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
11. Hey, Zoo.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
this.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Brady. Looking long for Westbrook. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball. Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the defense. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offense. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little. Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Pick it up, G. Check. 12.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Go. He's crashing. He's checking.
12.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
1st and 10.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Double time, double time. 4 down. Check, check.
This is Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
That good for 22 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
72. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Hey, Alpha. Pick it up. Go Bandit.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here goes the hot. Round 20. Okay, let's get that. Here goes 52. 25. Check 25. Check 25. X3. 218. Chop it. Switch.
Now it's the backup Keenum. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Foxtrot. 57's the mic.
The first thrown out for the backup Keenum. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Young Trip is here, baby. Young Trip is here.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches... decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous. Out, 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 out. Check 50, check 50. 72.
Now Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sugar!
From the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow.
Malcolm, let's go!
Throwing again. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Shadow.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Go out.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 12. And the Saints.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit.
Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Go 50.
Brady to throw again. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ozzy.
At the Packers' 45-yard line.
Pick me up. Hey, Haywood.
44's the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking sideline, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
44's Mike. Check, check. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Motion, motion, motion.
Let's go on. No, 66. Regular, regular.
To throw on third down. Brady, and that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Come on. Motion, motion. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump.
Let's go on. No, 66. 53, Linda.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 11 now. Keenum, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
General West. Hey, Mike right. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football team?
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. They're on first down, but this throw late. Try to get it to Woods, and that'll bring